the Central Asian Women in Tech and Science Week and Startup Mix Conference.
Good morning. We're broadcasting live here from Inha University for the Uzbekistan's first Women in Tech Week. It's a great pleasure to be here with you today. My name is John Brown. I am with the U.S. Embassy in Tashkent, and joining me is my friend.
A very good morning to everyone. My name is Alfiya Musina and I'm representing USAID funded project which is about competitiveness, trade and jobs in Central Asia. I'm particularly responsible for Uzbekistan portfolio.
So we have a great event going on this week. We have about 20 entrepreneurs from the United States, mostly from Silicon Valley, here to share their experience as women working in the field of technology in the United States. And to kick things off this morning, we thought we'd have a conversation with you about the importance of women in technology and the importance of innovation for development of youth and development of the economy for the country. So to start with, I feel a little strange as the man talking about women in science and technology, so I'd like to ask my friend Alfiya to start us off by telling us a little bit about what the importance is for you to see more women working in technology.
Well, first of all, I'd like really to welcome Saida Yusupova, who is managing the entire event, the whole series of events that are happening in the framework of the Women in Tech and Science Week in Uzbekistan. This is the first ever the regional event, which brings together the regional leaders from all over Central Asia and beyond, the United States of America, which is a technological hub. And that's the reason why we're supporting this event through different measures, through different efforts to facilitate and to try to support young girls and women in Uzbekistan with their future careers in tech. Why it is important? I don't think we will be talking today about the gender biases in society or gender sort of stereotypes that still exist in every part of the world today. We are not here for this purpose, but what we're here for is to support Uzbek girls and women and to demonstrate them the most valuable options that exist around the world, and in particular in the United States of America, that connect technology, that connect STEAM careers, and bring into Uzbekistan to demonstrate the best expertise and best available options in the United States of America.
So Alfiya, let me ask, one of the things that I've always found most interesting and compelling about encouraging particularly entrepreneurship among women is that if you look at the research on the area, there's been a lot of research done by the World Bank and the UN and respected international organizations that show that when women are engaged in entrepreneurship, it has a number of really strong beneficial effects for the economy of the country. One, it nearly doubles the workforce. So that immediately, when you just look at the simple math, if a family has two people working, that's double the income, that's more food on the table, that's more options for their children. So that's one obvious benefit. But another one that I think is a little less obvious and not a lot of people know is that if you look around the world, women entrepreneurs on average return much more of the profits of their businesses and much more of their money to developing the family and developing their communities than men do. And I think this is an important point that is often overlooked. So what do you think as a woman who's grown up in Uzbekistan, what are some ways that could be put to good use to help Uzbekistan?
Well, if we address the issues of education, of proper education, and if we address the dreams of young Uzbek girls and women living in Uzbekistan, and if we address, and if we showcase, and if we demonstrate the best possible options that are, available around the world, and if we can connect like this fantastic U.S. business leaders that are visiting Uzbekistan today with the Uzbek girls and women, that is something that can be done and can be addressed and can really facilitate the dialogue that is, that will focus on the reduction of the gap which still exists in the society. When you have the gender gap and the gender statistics in Uzbekistan, it really needs improvement. When you look at the data that is available in Uzbekistan, and when it comes to women entrepreneurs in Uzbekistan, it's just, unbelievably lower. It's less than 5%. We still need to do a lot to improve the statistics, but beyond that, beyond improving simply the statistics, we really need to support the future workforce for Uzbekistan, for the Uzbek market. And that's what we do today. This is what we do with small little steps today, like tiny little bits by different donors, by different partners, supporting young girls and women in Uzbekistan through these initiatives, through demonstrating the best possible values that are available in the world and in the United States of America.
One of the great things about innovation-based industries and technology-based industries is that, one, it really transcends background, it transcends gender, race. It doesn't matter where you come from, because really to succeed and develop an innovation-based business, all you need is some intelligence and some creativity.
That's right.
And it doesn't matter who you are or where you're from. If you've got that, you don't need big factories, you don't need a lot of natural resources, you just need this resource right here. And you need the freedom to use it, to think critically, to use your creativity, to identify real problems or real issues or needs within your community and with your society, and use that creativity and have the freedom to use that creativity effectively. And you can turn that into a whole business. That's what Silicon Valley is all about. It's most of the economy of much of the United States now. In fact, for us, the biggest part of our economy now is not based on producing things. Traditionally people think economy is you produce a thing, you sell it, or you extract a thing, or you grow something. But today in the United States, the biggest section of our economy is based on creating value. And that's where innovation comes in. People working, applying their creativity, their intelligence, their education, their good ideas, and creating value. And I think this is a really new concept for a lot of people, but it's something that can really accelerate the development of places like Uzbekistan in ways that nothing else can. And women, of course, have a huge role to play in that. And we need to get them engaged as much as possible. Because, hey, let's face it, guys, women have ideas that we don't. They see things that we don't. I'm going to be honest, as a guy, I can accept my limitations. I appreciate very much the contributions of the women who I work with, because I realize they're coming at the world from a different perspective than I am. And they see needs and they see solutions that, frankly, I miss, because I come from a different background.
That's very true. This is the bottom line of all the discussions. What can be done to reduce the gap between the Fergana Valley and the Silicon Valley? Two valleys, but totally of different nature. What can be done with the donor support, with the support from different institutions, to reduce the gap that exists? And what can be done to expose the Uzbek women and girls to the best possible options that are available on the market? And what can be done to increase the competitiveness of the Uzbek girls around the world, to develop the skills that are absolutely required today, given the revolution which is happening now, the fourth revolution, that's how they call it, the digitalization of the society. What can be done to increase the competitiveness, to contribute to the skills of the young girls and women in Uzbekistan, and as well as to support their choices, because the choices are incredible. In the whatever you put, if you invest in girls, if you support the girls, you will have the better society to live in.
And it all starts with education. You hit
It
right
all
on
starts with the education. And not only education, but also the support from the family. Sometimes this is, the small little elements that are missing in this, paradigm of the development of girls and women.
Really, because ultimately it's in the best interest of the family and of the community to have women fully engaged, to benefit from their ideas, and to benefit from their contributions in full measure. Because women really have a lot to offer for this country.
Absolutely.
And we want to see that brought to its fullest.
That's very true, and I fully support your ideas and your comments, and this is very much in line with what I think is priority for the Uzbek girls and women.
Okay, well, thank you. It's been a pleasure talking with you today, Alfiya. And once again, I'm John. I'm with the U.S. Embassy, and Alfiya is one of our partners on one of our important programs promoting the Uzbek economy and competitiveness, trade, and jobs. Thank you for joining us from Inha University today at the Women in Tech Week.
Thank you.